Welcome to this month's regulatory mindset discussion, where we explore leadership mindset concepts relevant to regulators. Today, we'll focus on assessing and navigating perspective bias. I often hear from regulators and leaders in the regulatory community one of two things. Everyone is biased, either consciously or unconsciously, or if people have good information, they make good, unbiased decisions. These are quite extreme and highlight the all or nothing thinking that can easily form when there is a limited communication or conversational flow. By this, I mean when all voices, perspectives, or input is not heard and considered equally, bias will grow. The simple nature of allowing all voices and perspectives a platform is an essential part of democracy upon which our regulatory system is built. On the flip side, the very nature of the regulatory system is to regulate, which ultimately means to enforce standards to distinguish or discriminate based upon defined criteria in order to make a decision. This means, for example, a licensure requirement may be to have a degree. If a candidate has not earned said degree, a denial of licensure decision is made. That is discrimination. It is lawful discrimination, and it's biased by the legislative requirement to hold a degree. As regulators, we must acknowledge there is bias in the decisions that we are appointed to make. What is particularly important is that we pay attention to factors that may influence our perspective in unlawful or inappropriate ways. Examples here may include influences of the provider or service market participants, influences of the political appointments, influences of personal beliefs and values, such as religious, political, academic, or even other factors, and undue influence of other board members, board staff, or stakeholders. One of the best ways to self evaluate for these types of influences is to consider, if I were on another board in another discipline, would I make this same decision? If upon reflection you don't think so, assessing for a conflict may be the next very important step to take. Another evaluation strategy is to be alert for thoughts such as, I wonder how, insert influencer person's name, would vote on this matter. Or simply be on the lookout for adjectives in descriptors that you're using to think through the decision before you versus evaluative thoughts. That's where you'll see some of that all or nothing thinking pattern cropping up. And when these crop up, that's likely where a bias may be lurking. Awareness of bias is important. Sharing and discussing these influences with your board's attorney or your organization's attorney may be a very important part of the next steps to making sure you're acting in the interest of your organization's mission and not your own. Our vision at the Atkinson firm is Minds Shared. Our why is to inspire the regulatory community through education of government and relevant stakeholders to promote regulatory excellence. Join me next time when we'll explore the importance of personal development in leadership.